You are now listening to Cocktails and Conversations with Javante Wilson and co-host Dennis King.
Her hand on her. So literally, I don't care if that's your mom. She's fucking your nigga. I think that's what? It.
Wait.
They was going for 30 minutes. That's enough time to bust a nut.
Everybody knows. I don't play that shit with whoever I'm with. It was very strategic. I have to give it to the bitch. She was crafty.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, y'all not about to sit here and say that. Y'all are not about to sit here and say that because y'all crazy asses. No.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Cocktails and Conversation. I am your host, Javante Wilson, and we have a special stand-in guest host. He's standing in for his husband. We have Devontae. Should I say your last name?
Yes, you can.
Devontae Lockett. This is Dennis' partner. Dennis is still on a hiatus. He's in negotiation to see if he's gonna come back or not.
A new contract.
Yeah. So Devontae agreed to fill in for him. So thank you. Welcome to the show, Devontae.
Thank you. I'm blessed to be here.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
This is your first time on the show.
Yes, I want to give honor to God, to all my fans.
The head of my life. So tonight drink is Devontae recommended this drink actually. So I'm Javante and he's Devontae.
Right.
I know it's kind of like a little tricky, so that you guys don't think that I'm saying the same thing.
We're twins.
Okay, I'm with a J, he's with a D. And so Devontae recommended the new Jack Daniel's drink, and it's Jack Daniel apple. And so we're drinking it on the rocks. We some grown men out here.
Period.
So if you guys want to hit pause or whatever and go get you guys a bottle of Jack Daniel's apple and get you some ice and just pour it right on ice, and it's perfect with that. If it's too strong, get some Coke or some apple juice. Apple juice may send you to the back window.
Maybe, but it's affordable, so you can get it.
So we'll go ahead and get into our check-in. I know you have listened to the show, right, Devontae?
Yes, I have. I'm a fan.
Okay, well, so you better be a supporter of me, your friend, and B, your partner. So, that we do a check-in. So, go ahead and check in with you. How are you?
I'm great. Everything so far in my life is, going well. You never know what's going to come your way. So, you got to roll with the punches. And recently, since the holidays been coming up, I haven't been working that much because of the rain. And I drive trucks and we deliver concrete. So when it rains, there's no work. So I've been out of work for a minute, but my last check was pretty good. So I was like, shoot, maybe I don't have to work.
Okay.
I'll keep the little check they're giving me. But I'm just blessed to be working again. Because there's some things I want to do and invest in. And I haven't been able to do that. So.
And so I was just sharing offline with Devontae how I think it's really amazing and it takes a lot. So he and Dennis both drive these big ass trucks, which that alone I would have okay, y'all want me to tear some shit up? These C-Mex trucks. And so they work together and they live together. And you guys work the same hours, right?
Yes, but I have a little more seniority.
Oh, throw your little shade.
But look, I only start 20 minutes. I start 20 minutes or 30 minutes before him. So
okay.
That's about it.
Okay.
But that it can make a difference.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm there longer than him. Sometimes he's longer than me. So
depends on what job you guys get for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is crazy that you guys work together and live together. I'm trying to think would I be able to be with someone that works in the same field of work that I work in, not only that, work at the same job that I work at, and live with that person. Yeah. That's a lot.
It's difficult. Sometimes, like I was telling you before, I told him before, I don't think I could work with you because we're together. It's an ongoing process.
Yeah,
we gotta
for
be
sure.
with each other all day, every day.
For sure.
And that could be a hassle because, you don't always agree.
Right.
So if you're going through something, you have to see this person at work. And you know how they say, keep business away from pleasure. And in this case, you just can't do it. Sometimes we get, if we're on the same page, when we get horny, it's going down.
At work?
At work, period. One time he just whipped it out.
Oh.
Outside the truck, and he's like, come here. I'm like, what? I'm like, not here. But it's like that's something that I like.
Yeah, I love that.
So he did it, and I was just like, he surprised me. I don't know what to do. I was like, I don't know if I could do it, but. Yeah, stuff like that.
As long as the camera didn't come on in the truck, that'd be monitoring.
Right, yeah, for real. But they got cameras in the facility too, so you gotta be careful. But sometimes you don't give a fuck.
Okay, let's say put it aside, do something.
It's so cool, but yeah, that's one thing I couldn't do with.
Well, for me, I am doing really, really good. I was off today, so I feel really good. I feel really relaxed. I just took a trip to Houston. It was my first time going to Houston. For work, and it was really cool, but I got sick out there, and so
the flu.
No, hell no, don't wish the flu up on me. But I did get a cold, so I hung out with someone while I was out there, and their bed was like under the window, and so even though the window was closed, it's the wind is still coming in,
seeping through,
and then they had the air on top of that.
Oh no!
So I instantly like woke up like with a scratchy throat and everything, and I was like sick, and then so that didn't help because I was in Texas from like Monday through Thursday, and then I had my annual tree trimming party, my Christmas party that Saturday, and so I like literally flew back into town, did like some last minute ripping and running, and so. Typically every year the Christmas party is at my house, but since I have moved far out, like an hour and about 40 minutes away from LA, I want to keep the Christmas party like LA centered and based, and so I did that, which made life more complex for me. And so Thursday after that long ass flight and traffic getting back in town around like 4:00, it was rush hour, so. I was like in the city trying to rip and run and do certain things, and then the caterer flaked on me, and so I had to cook myself. So I had to go do the food shopping, all this different stuff. And which yet again, I tell everybody, I host a number of parties. I've thrown so many different parties and events.
And if you're not invited, you should be. Yeah. You know, you should be kind of sad about it. Yeah. The parties be popping.
Yes. And so like I'm always like, if there's, you expect things to go wrong. Like, of course I'm sick. Right. Yeah. Of course I'm ripping and running at the last minute. Of course, like I expect all these different things. You've done this
many times.
Yeah. And when things are too smooth or don't go the way that you will go too perfectly, that's when I'm nervous, because I don't want the day of the party. That's when all the shit happens. Yeah. And so, but yeah, so it but overall, like I got everything done in enough time. I actually want to recap the Christmas party.
Let's do that.
How was it for you?
For me, first of all, I have to say that what you had on was, bomb.
Hey.
I was like, okay, look at the real Santa Claus coming in.
Thank you.
They had the red on red.
Yes.
Everything that. I felt like I was underdressed though, because I brought my sister because I told my sister, I told her so much about you. I told her that like you're a great person, you're so fun to be around, and you always.
Did she pick that up after she met me?
Yes. Okay. She's like, I love this. Like, I'll come back out, and I brought my other friend Charlene. So they enjoyed themselves, but I told my sister it was like the sexy the theme, and we underdressed. Like she didn't have nothing under those stockings.
Oh, so when that
stripper went under her. She didn't have nothing under.
Oh my God!
Right, and he saw her legs up,
and he
was munching on it. That's what looked like.
Oh my God! She cheated on her husband and even tried to.
Oh my God! No, that did not happen. People, that didn't happen.
Just kidding.
He didn't munch on nothing.
Okay, just kidding.
He probably smelled a little put out of it.
Wow!
And I just had a robe on, but yeah,
I love the fact that you guys stuck to the theme, because the theme this year was like a sexy night before Christmas, and it was left up to everybody's own interpretation of what that was. So I was just saying, like, date night or being sexy around the house, or like whatever that means to you.
Right.
And so I love the fact that you did stick to it. Like there was a lot of people that kind of like didn't do that, and then there was some people that I think their versions was like lace shirts and like or mesh see-through shirts, whatever. So that was their interpretation. Like I even my tank top that was under my suit was mesh see through.
Okay, had the body showing. Okay. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was really great and amazing. Like my goal each year is to make sure that everybody have a great time, because I do put so much time and energy into it. and money that come out of my own pocket.
He's like, I did this for y'all. At one point, he got so pissed off at everybody because they was talking. He was trying to talk. He was like, I'll do this for y'all.
It's because
every year.
No, it's because like typically, especially in LA, there's so many people that like they, there's club promoters and they do a lot of things for profit, which is nothing wrong with that. Right. That's their business. That's the business that they're in, is to do things for profit. Like shit, I go to work every day for my check, so I get that. But I genuinely throw. So I genuinely host and throw events each year. Just to like bring people together and make people have a good time. Like that's really my goal out of doing it. And so if I'm asking you like for 5 minutes out of the 5 hours that you're here just to say something, I think you can listen. Right. I don't think that was too much to ask for. So when I did like bring that up, it was like, let me help y'all out. Like sometimes you have to remind people like yo, like y'all came in here, you can say alcohol free, like open bar. Right. Free venue, free entry, free food. Like, where are you going in LA on a Saturday night getting all this shit for free?
Right. And downtown,
it was, amazing venue. Okay. It was really dope. And so, like, where do you get all of this shit just because? Mm-hmm. Just because, And so, but overall, like, I thought the party was really amazing. I tried to lose 10 pounds. So I did the opposite and gained 10 pounds. But thank God my suit still fit perfectly. It fit really good.
Tailor-made?
It was tailor-made. There you go. And I told the guy to take it in more. He was like, I don't think we should. And so he made a good call. He made a really, really good call by doing that. But it was a good party overall. 3 of my exes were there.
Oh, I saw Shay with his latex on. I remember TLC.
Oh my God, you sound like Marcus. So like, it's so crazy that my last 3 exes, like literally the last 3 people I was in a relationship with in a row, were all there. And I think this was the first time that all 3 of them were in the one room. But everything went over really well. We had a stripper.
Yes.
Everybody knows I do not.
Pretty wild. I've never seen a stripper, actually.
Really?
Never been in the presence of a stripper.
I don't care for them. I really don't. But I know people enjoy them. Mm-hmm. And so, like...
It was for them, like you said.
Yeah. Like, if I was to ever get married, I would never do a bachelor party with a stripper. And if my friends surprised me with one, I would be very, very upset. So anybody listening to me, when that day comes...
that's a typical kind of response.
I know. That's like, it's what everybody do. I don't like it.
Bring a stripper. Then they always bring a stripper.
I think hopefully the people that's close to me know when I say something, I mean it. Mm-hmm. And they know I would shut the fuck down and shut it down. And so
there's going to be no marriage.
Shut all this shit down. And so, I do not do the strippers. I don't care for them. And so, like, he and I had a conversation. He was like, what's the do's or what's the don'ts? I said, there's really no don'ts besides don't come up to me, don't point no attention to me, don't dance on me, don't touch me. I don't want to be the focus point at all.
And that's weird that you say that because... he had a conversation with you before. Like, he wanted to be respectful. Mm-hmm. And my sister, after she got the dance from him, she told me that he was whispering stuff in her ear, but it wasn't nothing sexual. It was like stuff like, "Oh, I'm sorry I have to do this to you. This is my job.
Yeah.
He's doing it. So I'm not going to put my dick in your face." And Like, he was very respectful.
He was super, super cool. Like, it was my older sister Ashley's birthday. And so...
that night?
Yeah. No, not that night. Her birthday's in a couple of days. Oh. But, I know the stripper, the dancer. Shout out to Scorpio. So he had danced for an event.
He had a big dig.
He did. Yeah. He really does.
It was scary.
He really, really does. Is it scary? Yeah. Okay. Like, whoever taking that, baby.
Oh.
But anyway, so he's super cool, and so we booked him for like a party some years ago, and my sister loved him then, and so we were going to get him for her birthday one year, and the venue that we was having her party at, we couldn't have him there, and so we couldn't do it, and so she was really bummed about it. So now, pinned at least 3 to 4 years later, she's able to get what she didn't get then, and she didn't know. And so I waited to the day of like, this is blah blah. She was like, oh my God, whatever. So I introduced them before. I'm like, this is the birthday girl. This is, if you are to dance with anybody, this is your focal point. And so she and then 2 other young ladies would be in the corner, those are the people that's,
That's your target.
free will. Yeah,
Go for it.
there you go. And so yeah, everything went well. He did really, really cool and good. And he's super, super nice, super respectful.
She did that roll around thing.
Yeah. But I was glad that she had a good time. She was able to still get that experience. But it was overall, in my opinion, I thought it went well. It was like a notch up from last year. That's my whole goal, is to each year take it up a notch. I think so. 2020, I'm already planning that in my head of like how I want it to look and be.
Will it end the same way? Because I heard it was a fight.
And I'm so irritated at that because all of my parties are definitely good vibe, never no drama, no bullshit, no fights ever. As much as people, and they drink, drink, toe up drink. Drink. They drive responsibly and drink responsibly. But people leave bitch, I'm feeling good or whatever the case may be, and there's typically no fights. And so the young man that had a fight that night.
Yes, the young man. Well, he was wild the whole night.
Yeah, I noticed, after so many drinks, I seen it going left. And I was like, let me keep an eye on him, but still enjoy myself. This was his first time attending any of my events.
Will he come back?
I don't know. I don't know if that invitation will be extended and so here's the thing. This has happened. Actually, it has happened one time before with one other person, and it was the same situation to where the guy got really disrespectful with my twin and called her out her name just because he was inebriated, and she was talking to a gay guy that they were just having a conversation, and because he liked that gay guy, he found himself to be disrespectful, and that gay guy put him in his place physically. And he has been chopped from the invite list because that's not our goal. Our goal is to have a good fucking time. Yeah. And so this person, I'm afraid that he is going down that same road. Wrong road. And so we don't need that. We don't need nobody getting hurt or anything like that because it's all about having a good time. Yeah. And so I don't know. But I would like to shout out my vendor. So I did a pop-up this year. Each year I try to do something that's a little creative and innovative. And so this year we did a pop-up shop. And so we had my sister and my stepmom do a pop-up with their clothes. The name of their clothes is Bourgeois Boutique. And you can check them out at www.bourgeoisboutique.com. And they cater to curvy women. They have sizes from 0 to whatever the biggest size they have. They pretty much cater to all women, but they specialize in curvy women. So they sell things from dresses to hats that's unisex to jewelry. So check them out online on Facebook and on Instagram. And then also shout out to one of my good friends, Andre Hammonds. He has recently started his own luxury online men's boutique that's called Shop With Him. And their own, it's really his pieces are really dope, really dope.
And for the other one, if you ain't got no ass, wear a poncho, ladies.
Wait, what?
For the Bourgeois Boutique, if you ain't got no ass, wear a poncho.
Oh my god,
it's for curvy women.
Okay, they have things for small women. They have petite. Check their website out. They do.
I'll check it out.
And so, but yeah, Shop With Him is a luxury online boutique, and so they have some really dope pieces. And then my photographer, if you guys go onto my page at The Real Javante Wilson on Instagram or Javante Wilson on Facebook, you guys will see pictures from the party. And my cousin shot those images. She's starting out her own photography business. And so her name is Crystal, and she's on Instagram at Chrissy Poo. So that is KRISSYPOOH. And so that's her. And then I also wanted to shout out my best friend Courtney. She's doing facials and stuff now. And so last year we did a nail bar at the tree trimming party, and she did nails that year, and she was in the building this year, and she whipped my face together for the party. That was the first person I went to when I got off the plane on Thursday when I came back from Houston. So she had helped me. I need to go back to her, but she helped me and got me together.
I heard you going back for a booty facial.
Okay, so that's my next thing. Before we get into that, so check her out on Instagram at Pineapple Dre. Dre on Instagram. So that's PIN, excuse me, EAPPLEDRI. And so that's her Instagram. But I know. But anyway, so she's in school for it currently, and so they have to do so many things. So she's been doing my face, and then she recently started doing my back. And so
my neck,
my back.
Now she want to touch your crack.
Oh my God! I'm not about to do this with you. Oh my God! So she asked me, "Am I open to doing a booty facial?"
You saying down? You all the way down?
You know, listen, Linda. Listen. Courtney and I have been best friends since 13, since we were like in the 6th grade. Mm-hmm. So we were very, very close. I damn near see her nude, she damn near see me nude, everything like that. I just don't know how comfortable I am with like letting her spread the cheeks and wax me. And
you seen her nude and she seen you nude?
Damn near, yeah. Like I've seen her.
Now she want to see what that dick do.
Whoa, we said booty, not a fucking penis wax or facial.
But you need the whole thing waxed. You need the whole wax.
No, I can shave or do something. I don't know. But so she wants to do like a wax treatment on me and a butt facial. And
sounds fun though.
You say so? Would you?
It sounds fun.
Would you do it?
I don't need nothing wax, but
you do a facial?
I don't have no pimples on my booty either.
You gotta have pimples. It's like really.
She gonna rub my booty and stuff?
Yeah, and it's
I
like everything.
To do that.
Okay, well, I ain't got a nigga to do it.
You put his face in it.
Oh my God!
Can't you do that?
Okay. See, and that's the thing. It's like only 2 people should be back there. Somebody that I'm dealing with or the doctor.
The doctor.
Like I don't know.
So you think if she did it, would you get aroused?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't, because you know it's just Courtney.
Yeah.
And Courtney does good work. I've got my feet done by her.
Yeah, she does do feet and nails too.
Check her out.
But yeah, yeah. And we'll move away from that. So, how was your 2019? How was your year this year?
2019
Let's recap.
Was really, I don't know. It was unexpected because I made a vision board for 2019, and I've done the things on there. I've checked on my health and everything. Everything's well with that. I got everything under control. I made more money than I wanted to make. I used to work for KFC, and I used to coach volleyball for high school, and I wasn't making any money. It was crazy because I was working at Walmart. I had 3 jobs, and I wasn't making any money. So I finally started working with Cemex for driving trucks, and I made a good amount of money. So I made more than the average American, which is crazy. And so I've done that. I've also built relationships with one of my old friends that I fell out of.
Oh wow!
Fell out of friends with. Because a lot of stuff happened between me and him, or something happened. I basically took his job. Oh. But it wasn't intentional. It was because he did something. Shade.
That would make me fall out too, bitch. No, fuck that. You can take my point.
He did something that tarnished him from the job.
Okay, so it was his fault.
It was his fault that happened, and I had to take over. And I wasn't even ready to take over, but I had to do it. I had to man up and do it. So I ended up doing that. But then, that was another thing that was on my vision board. I mended the relationship with him, and I moved out, and I'm living with my boyfriend now, and that was a difficult thing to do. Okay, because I was catered.
Black love.
I was catered to all my life by my parents, and they never wanted me to leave.
That's a big step.
So I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I'd rather do it with him than with anybody else or myself, and that's a big thing too. But I still have to move out on my own. So after this, that's the next thing for 2020. I have to move out on my own. But yeah, that was the recap of 2019. I've done everything on my vision board.
So overall, it was a good year.
It was a good year.
Productive,
very
prosperous year. That's
you?
good.
How about you?
2019 was a very unique year. And so, and the reason why I feel like it was very unique was because in 2018, like, that's when things started falling into place for me. As far as like finding, like, just being happy And it seemed like 2018 was like a bad year for so many people. And I was like, fuck, like, I almost felt selfish because I was happy while everybody else was like unhappy.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I'm in love. Well, you know, I was in a relationship at that point that I thought was really, really great, and things were going great. And I was back in school, and all these different things, like, with everything was lining up. And I got a raise. Everything was good in 2018.
Like everybody be saying, "Oh, this year gonna be your year."
Yeah. And I didn't claim for it to be my year, but the universe clearly said, "No, this is gonna be it for you." And so it was really a great year for me. And then, so going into 2019, I like really just kind of like shift my my way of thinking. I was just like, well, damn, well, let me just enjoy. Like you deserve to enjoy it because you have been through so much. And you typically, have like off years or off time, and you know there's been so much going on. So just enjoy it. But then at the top of the year, like things were still going cool. I was still traveling and visiting new places. So this year I, went to DC for New Year's. I was in DC for New Year's. I went to Vegas about 2 times. One for my annual trip, one with my ex's family. My ex and I, we went to New Orleans. That was my first time going there. Okay. And then of course like local places like Palm Springs, different shit, whatever. So it was a really dope year, whatever. And so unfortunately, like at the first quarter, going to the second quarter of the year, my ex and I broke up. And I wasn't. It wasn't like, damn, my world was turned upside down. If anything, I was more relieved. And I was relieved because I knew that things were not right. And there were so many different things that were starting to surface. And I was so in tune with self that something within myself kept saying, this ain't right, or something ain't right.
Yeah.
And I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but I just knew something wasn't right. And because I've really I kept that voice close, even though I didn't react because I didn't have anything factual to go off of. At that point, it was but listen to that voice. And after everything kind of came out, I was so happy that I listened to that voice because I knew something wasn't right. Yeah. And so I was more relieved that I am in tune with self enough to know when things are going good and when things are not going good, to where that means it's showing growth and that I'm making the right decisions for self moving forward and maneuvering through this life. Yeah. So that's why I was more relieved. But so that happened. And so after that happened, I made a big move from LA from San Pedro to Victorville. Yes. I still am in love with my house. I am happy with the move that I made. Things are still going really great for me. And then after my birthday this year, my 28th birthday, I don't know, I was about to say 26.
Oh, as fuck.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. But after my birthday this year, this was the first year that I just felt at peace. Every year, everybody say I feel this way, I feel that way, after they turn a year. I have never felt anything before. Never felt anything before. But this year I just felt at peace because I just feel like I'm just more awoken to just things happening in real time. Yeah. I'm just more conscious. I'm doing things and operating with intentions and not just maneuvering through life. So it's been a really good year.
So what did you learn from 2019? Did you learn anything about yourself or anything in general?
I learned. What did I learn? I mean, I think it goes back to what I was saying about the whole ex thing and how I felt. I think I just learned to continuously trust myself and stay continuously present in the moment. I learned to surrender to things that's out of my control. And so, okay. Yeah, to surrender to things that's out of my control. So, you can't, because I am a control freak.
Yeah, you can't control everything.
You can't.
And God gonna take control.
Oh,
He gonna let you know, I'm the nigga. Yes. I'm that nigga.
Okay. So you only can do what you can do and what's in your power, and everything else, just let everything fall into place and know that you're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever that's going through something, pray for them and know that they are going to be okay. And whatever is supposed to happen is meant to happen will happen. And so I think that's what I learned. What about you?
I feel you. 2019, I learned that sometimes you have to just listen. Because I'm very stubborn. And I want to do stuff my way. And I don't know. God tells you to do one thing. He tells you to move. You got to move. Like when I said I was going to move out, I was just talking. I was just saying, I'm going to move out. And then I put my transfer in. And usually transfers take 3 months. I put my transfer in. It happened in a week. So I had to... That was God. He was telling me, go ahead. This is your chance. You got to move. And ever since I've moved, it's like I've given myself independence, and I've learned from that. Yeah. Because it's not over. Yeah. I still have to continue to strive.
And the crazy part is like, so 2 things about that. Like God will push you whether you ready or not. And then the other thing is you manifested that. Like you
put that
spoke it and you put it, exactly, to where it just came to fruition. But it probably wasn't a time frame that you thought it was going to happen, but it definitely, you spoke it and you put it out there, so it happened.
And it's like he's not gonna give you nothing you can't bear. So
for sure.
He know I can handle it, so
for sure.
Here we go.
So 2020, that is a big year.
Oh yeah, that's like one of those, people were scared when 2000 came.
Oh yeah,
the word
what's gonna happen in 2020? Okay, no, I remember that. Oh my God, yes, I remember that. Like 2020, the world coming to an end, and blah blah blah.
2020. I wish I had 2020.
Okay, yeah, me too. I can use a little clear vision. But, what's your goals for 2020?
My goals for 2020, actually, I've given my boyfriend a task of writing things down every day in December of things that you want to, accomplish in 2020.
Are you doing the same?
I'm doing the same, and I want to also challenge you to do it as well. You could join in on this.
Okay.
Just get a journal. You can write down your notes in your phone, but every day write down things that you want to improve on in 2020, or something like a new goal that you want to accomplish. A new hobby that you might want to encounter. Something like that, and just write and expound on that. But for me, I want to find a new hobby. I've been in love with volleyball all my life, but I can no longer play it.
Why?
Because I have, I don't want to. I'm kind of shy, so I don't want to branch out and go to like just a gym and play with random people. I just want to. I want to be comfortable with the people I play with. So I know that's bad too. So I could even challenge myself to do that, like just go to a gym and play volleyball. But I also want to just find a new hobby. I love drinking, which is it's not an addiction thing, but I want to be one of those wine tasters who knows a lot about wine, who knows about cocktails and stuff like that. That's really intriguing to me. So
mixologist.
That would be a good hobby for me to do.
Maybe a bartending class.
A bartending class? Oh, okay. You can come with me. And, just learn different things about alcohol and stuff. But I'm not going to be addicted. Don't get me wrong. I also want to challenge myself to find a new hustle. Because
new hustle.
I'm complacent. I get complacent. I don't have ambition. That's so sad to say, but I think a lot of us, we get complacent and we don't want to do anything. We're just happy with what we have, and that's not okay. You have to always want something more. Because more is always going to come. Yeah. So you got to prepare yourself. So for my hustle, I have to figure out what that's going to be. And this is why you have to write down things every day, because people always want to have New Year resolutions. Yeah. And you have to figure out something within hours. Yeah. And that's not really true.
Yeah. You're not going to really stick to it. Yeah.
So if you do it day by day, every day, it's going to make you consciously think about if this goal is going to be good for you or if you're going to actually accomplish it. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm going to do as well.
That's really dope. I actually will take on that challenge because I have identified a few things, at least 6 to 7 different things that I want to like do in 2020, like my goals for 2020. And so I think what would be helpful, like you just said, is like not only identifying those things, but kind of like unpacking them and like how you're going to actually do them. So like each day, maybe I can spend a day kind of like outlining how am I going to reach or achieve each of the goals.
Yeah.
So my first goal is to save at least $5,000 or more outside of the money that I already have.
Okay.
So $5,000 outside of what I already have and put into savings untouched. Start online classes for school.
Nice.
So I currently I'm doing in-person classes or going to class or whatever. And so by me working full time is very limiting because I can only take like a class or two a semester, which is drawing out this whole school process. Right. And so I really, really, really need to get on the ball for that and like knock that out.
And what classes?
So I'm going to school to be for psychology.
Okay.
And so I'm just doing like my general eds right now.
Okay, I figure.
And so then the third thing is, of course, this amazing show that I have created that I love so much and so passionate about, Cocktails and Conversations. So
we love cock.
And the tail. And so I just want to take Cocktails and Conversation 2020 to the next level. This year was like the first year of doing it, not even a full year of doing it. So next year is just like, I want to take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. This is the last audio episode. And so one of my goals for the year was to go visual, and I'm already in the works of making that happen. And so not only that, but also to continue building the show to where that we can get a level of sponsorship, whether it's an alcohol endorser or, whatever. Okay. And so we're putting that out into the universe and atmosphere. And then hopefully down the line, it get picked up to be something even bigger and greater.
Yeah. Have like a
centered around mental health.
Retreat, or we could have like
the sky's the limit.
A Cocktails Conversation con.
Okay. Come on, con.
A whole little thing, membership.
I definitely want to take it as far as it can go. Like
we can do live shows. Ooh.
Okay, which that is definitely something I want to do as well.
That's cool.
To do like a tour and do different places, whatever, and set some tour dates to do pop-up shows that will be live and in front of a studio audience and crowd. That is definitely something I would like to do down the line. But just next year is to continue building it to where we can get to that space. Yep. Also, learn how to play the piano.
What?
I really want to learn how to play the piano. So I'm going to start off with a keyboard.
Yeah.
I'm going to purchase a keyboard. And by the end of 2020, the goal is to learn how to play a piano. If I get really good at it, I'm going to purchase a piano.
A grand piano.
I want one so
That is
bad.
so classy. Even if you don't know how to play it, just have it in the house.
I'm not spending all that damn money on a piano just to sit. I don't give it. No, I'm not going to be that person just sitting taking up space, collecting dust. No, but I would love to have a piano in my home. I would love to, I want to learn so bad. And so, I love music. I love I love music. I love instruments. That is one thing that I started as a kid. I started playing the piano as a kid, and I didn't stick to. And that's one thing I wish I did stick with. And so I definitely I'm going to revisit that and learn how to play piano.
You got to learn to read.
Yeah.
And
so I know
that.
No. Well, kinda, because I am more of a visual learner.
Oh, so you're
not necessarily if I can watch my fingers. And pick up on that, opposed to maybe looking at the music and looking at that, or I can listen to hear the sound and implement this. Manipulate the sound.
Yeah,
and so I am good with that, but
cool.
I'll figure it out. And then what else? Oh, I want to take an acting class. I would like to take an acting class in 2020.
Okay.
His face looks so surprised.
No, it's funny. I think because we talked about this before, just a little bit.
I love entertainment.
These are new things. I cannot imagine you. Well, I could see you acting. Yeah. I could see you playing piano too, but I didn't think that this is something that you want to focus on.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. I want to see it. I want to see what you can do.
You're going to see it. It's
going to be a triple threat. You can dance.
Okay.
Let's take a dancing class.
Come on. I know how to dance now, child. Now, I got the black rhythm. It's in my soul.
We need a triple threat.
Okay, so I can do some studio recording.
Okay.
But so acting. I want to take an acting class and book some type of acting gig, even if it's a small role, cameo, whatever, in a film or
Tyler
a short
Perry?
film or something. Nothing big, as far as let me not say that, because I am open to whatever God and the universe is going to expose me to and give me. But I'll be okay or content with just starting with something small. Like that was another thing I did like in grade school was I did like plays and shit. Like these are all things that I did super young and like let go and wish I was stuck to. And so like I just love entertaining. And so and I love entertainment. And so I would love to get back into that. So that and then last but not least, I want to stay open to love.
Yeah, always.
I have to stay open to it. That's not the last thing. Well, but staying open to love. I don't want to let past relationships spoil the potential of me having something great and amazing. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows, like, I'm a hopeless romantic. My dream is to be married with children and all these different things. And so, stand open to love. But I don't necessarily put myself in places and spaces to really meet someone new.
Yeah.
So like I don't go to the clubs like that. I don't really go to like parties.
You might not find them in the club. You might find them at church.
Well, I don't want to find them in the clubs. My ideal way of meeting the person. I know. It's like I'm gonna be out. I'll be out shopping or at the gas station. Go get groceries or
ghetto.
A
gas station.
I said a gas station in the hood. I just said a gas station.
So you're in a white neighborhood.
I can.
Up your tank. You're like,
you never know.
Let me fill up your tank.
Or just come and talk to me. Just conversation. It don't have to be no like. I
heard that you had a little encounter today.
Hey.
Hey.
In case he listens to this. But we'll say that
Put it out there.
Save it for another episode. But let him do the show first, and then we talk about it. But so that is the thing. But also, so I'm 28 now. I want to have my first child between 30 and 33.
Okay.
And so another thing next year is exploring the options of becoming a parent.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's so cool.
So I found a surrogate company in LA. I found a surrogate company in Cancun. I am also open to adoption. And so 2020 will be exploring my option year. Mm-hmm. And so I am going to move forward with being a parent with or without a partner. Okay. And so I'm not doing it in 2020, but I'm exploring, taking a year to explore all my options. So next year in 2020, I'm taking my mom to Cancun for her birthday. So we're going to have a mother and son trip. And so while we're out there, she and I can go talk to the surrogate company that's there. They specialize in same-sex couples and different stuff. And so they're a little bit cheaper. Okay. But the options are a little bit limited as far as like if I didn't have an egg donor, I have a potential one now. But if she falls through, it would be only 2 different races that I will be able to choose from out there. And then if we do it Hispanic and Native American.
Oh, Native American. Mm-hmm. You gotta get some good hair.
Oh my God. What is good hair though? It is a whole other conversation. Oh. But so those are 2 different things. That'll be that. And then out here, of course, the options are broader. And then adoption, I'm also open to adopting. And if I need to start taking the classes next year, I would do that, get that out the way to where I'm in good standing in whatever option I decide to take. Mm-hmm. Like I know even with you giving your own semen and having a surrogate, you still have to go through like a psych evaluation. And the carrier, which will be the surrogate, they have to as well. They have different companies have different rules. So I'm going down, sit down with everybody to see what their process and protocol is, their rules and their do's and their don'ts, their suggestions of how I should go about it. Of course, out here will be very, very expensive compared to in Cancun. So it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And so
that's you have a lot of potential coming ahead.
It's a lot going on in 2020. But I'm excited for it. And I would like to thank you guys for listening. And thank you, Devontae. Oh, I'm about to tell you, Devontae. Oh, my God. Thank you, Devontae, for joining me and sitting in for Dennis.
No problem.
Being my co-host.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And thank you guys for listening. This is our last audio episode. All y'all been asking me, when are we gonna go visual? Y'all want to see facial expression. Y'all want to see the people, all this different stuff. So I listened. I listened, Linda. And so we are going visual. This is the end of our first half of season 2, mid-season premiere or whatever you want to call it. And so the next episode that you guys will see will be visual.
Oh, see.
I know.
Is it weird to say?
It is kind of weird. Maybe I'd actually have a haircut or something, or be dressed when I do this.
Because you got this cap on right now.
Okay, with a t-shirt and some sweats, child. I gotta get dressed. So, yes, we're working on that. So thank you guys again for listening. Thank you guys for being so supportive. We are about to have our dinner.
Tell them what we having.
Oh, we're having salmon with some broccoli and some dirty rice.
Dirty rice.
Mm-hmm. And some croissants. So, and Devontae don't know, he's about to help me decorate this tree.
Oh, Lord. Damn.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.